I'm here with Francois. Hi, Francois. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Tell me a little bit what you're doing exactly in your day-to-day work.
That's a good question. I'm still trying to figure it out, actually. No, I'm the CMO of a multinational based in Toronto, which is called Sunspace Sunrooms. I'm also the owner of 5 different digital marketing agencies, which offer different types of services. Yes, 5. Yeah, I'm busy.
Wow. When do you have time to sleep?
No, actually, I think the importance is that we figure out how to automate our processes and delegate. So no, it's going pretty smoothly, actually.
Can you tell me what kind of traffic you are running mostly? I've heard something in the panel, but I want to know.
Yeah, so in our case, we do a lot of, actually, we run traffic through whether it's Facebook, Instagram, native ads, so we do use Taboola as well. We are not digging into TikTok yet in our case. And we are mostly focused on lead generation. So anything related to home improvements, the sunroom industry. We do a little bit of insurance, lawyers as well in the US. So that's pretty much the type of focus. Google Ads, obviously, we do Google Ads a lot. Definitely part of the mix.
And do you do SEO as well?
A lot of SEO. Geez, I can't believe I forgot to mention SEO. SEO is huge for us. And finger crossed, we haven't been hit by the latest core update too bad. So for some reason, we have been spared, especially in the US. Yeah, so SEO, local SEO is huge. We use it a lot for our clients.
So you mentioned lead gen. For what kind of brands? I mean, where do you get your offers? For brands or from affiliate networks?
So we do lead gen, we do multi-channel. Like we don't want to segregate ourselves in one media. Just for example, the reason, like we've seen it, SEO has been hit pretty hard this year. So we use systematically multi-channel. It doesn't matter the market. And most of the lead gen we do is related to home improvement services, whether it is roofing companies, again, sunrooms, and we will systematically use SEO, Facebook ads, not TikTok, but Instagram, a good mix of all of that.
So the winning combination is a mix between SEO and ads.
Definitely, because the mix allows us to have huge scalability for our campaigns, right? So something that people overlook quite often is that they use one platform and then they slowly scale their ads. But there's seasonality in absolutely everything. And what I mean by that is there's time of the year where there's going to be more advertiser, for example, on Google, so your cost per acquisition will go straight to the roof suddenly. Your Google campaign may be scalable at a certain threshold for only 6-7 months a year, right? Same thing for Facebook, same thing for all of the other platforms that we're using. So by going multi-channel, it allows us to be able to scale our campaigns a lot better and have a much better control over our CPA in general.
Nice. And you mentioned Facebook, right? Mm-hmm. It's one of your strong traffic sources. Can you tell me one strategy that you are using that you see that it repeats?
Absolutely. Actually, Facebook is one of those really strong platform that we use still today, even though it's getting more and more expensive. It depends. Okay, there's 2 types of product we're looking at, or 2 types of services. If it is a visually appealing product, we will use Facebook a lot, even YouTube ads, right? Because it is very visual. If we have a different type of product, for example, insurance, our main source of traffic will come from Google. There's nothing sexy about selling insurance on Facebook. Now, the main strategy that we're going to use in that case, for example, is we will drive a huge amount of traffic through SEO, Google Ads, and we will remarket with display ads, but also Facebook at the same time. So even for insurance, if you hit our website, if you engage with our ads, then we will also remarket you on Facebook. But we're not going to try to acquire any sort of traffic using platforms like Facebook or Instagram for that kind of product. As opposed to home improvement services. You want to have your dream kitchen or a new sunroom addition to your house, then definitely it's going to be a good mix of Google and Facebook ads in order to generate the traffic, and we'll get really good leads, really good quality. Caveat, we don't use lead gens on Facebook forums, instant forums. They're really bad systematically. They used to be a lot better a few years ago. Now we're not getting any good leads from them. So really, we use them for traffic, and we generate all the leads from the landing page systematically. We don't waste time with instant forms. Especially, most people don't update their phone number, their email, so the autofills is really bad. We don't go there anymore.
That's very useful. Can you tell me another thing? So if you do home improvement, right? How many ad groups or how often you change the ads for such campaign?
A lot. It's something we mentioned during the speech, but if you ask me again, going back to that, if you asked me the same question 10 years ago, the response would have been completely different. So, before everybody is aware of, how tragic iOS 14 were for especially e-commerce. So going back in time 10 years, we were spending a lot of time focusing on improving the targeting, right? And the attribution. And we're working so much on that because there was so many options. The legal framework was completely different. So we could play a lot more, we could target better, and the algorithms were not as strong. Nowadays, Facebook, Google, all the platform does such a great job with their own algorithm. We find that we get much better performance going with a much wider targeting, but we spend the time we used to spend on targeting, now we spend on creatives. Recency pays off a lot. So it's just finding the right balance between how fast you can exit the learning phase and have a high level of recency in all of your ads. So for some accounts where we used to, let's say, 7-8 years ago, generate 3, 4, 5 creatives a month, or let's say an account who would spend like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a day, we could have like 20 creatives a month. Now we'll have 100 creatives, 150 creatives a month. We will cycle through them a lot faster than we used to do it years ago. So just don't fall in the trap. The platform has changed. Trust their algorithm. They do help a lot. They do a great job. Work on your creative, on your landing page, A/B test a lot. It works very well.
Okay, thank you. How about tracking? How important is tracking for your business and scaling your campaigns?
Or scaling my own business?
Scaling your campaigns, right?
Yeah, scaling my campaigns. Okay, so typically what I do, really good question. So we start with the $1-a-day strategy pretty much. And we even start with just organic traffic. So we make our organic piece of content. We look for all the pieces of content that will hit a 10% engagement rate and above. So if you have like 16, 20, it's even better. Keep in mind, typically, people who will see your organic traffic are more prone to engage than anybody who will see an ad, right? So the threshold for us is 10%. We identify that as level 1 winning piece of content. Then we definitely use AI a lot. So we'll ask ChatGPT, generate me 10 more pieces of traffic based off those. So 10 alternatives or 20. We again publish them, we identify all the ones that hit the 10% threshold, and then we start spending just a few dollars. We're not even talking about $100, $200, $1, $2, $3. And if they maintain after 24, 48 hours, it could be $10, $20, but if they maintain a reasonable engagement rate, then we just switch them to $500, $1,000 very quickly. But they have to maintain the performance, and the biggest mistake people do is it's hard not to become lazy. We always hope for your ad performance to have a peak. It goes down and expect that it's gonna get even better. It normally goes down and then peaks like that and goes down and goes down. So we don't wait for the second peak in performance. We have something, we have a hit, it goes down, refresh. We change the creative, we cycle through them, and we use ChatGPT a lot. But we always have a human that add that magic touch where you need to put some emotions into it and you get a much better performance overall. It's not too much work. It can be done very fast and you'll get 10 times the performance of just trying to target better. It becomes a little bit of a waste of time in my opinion nowadays.
Thank you, good advice. And one last question, an advice for somebody starting now with Facebook ads, a media buyer, young, starting now, what would be your advice?
Mentorship. Don't spend time trying, don't waste time trying to figure everything out. It changes so fast. That's why we go to all of those conferences and we network with the best of the industry. Find yourself a mentor. There's a lot of a really good starting point, Coursera, Udemy. I'm not an affiliate for those, by the way, but and just work with someone with proven track record. Find yourself a mentor, and keep in mind, in 6 months from now, everything he's going to teach you, it will be different. So it will teach you how to become creative at the same time, how to think out of the box. Don't waste time trying to figure out everything. By the time you figure out the very first thing, everybody else is already 10 steps ahead. Work with a team, work with mentors. That's going to be a lot better to get started, guaranteed.
Thank you. And where can people get in touch with you?
Well, I have my website, francoisbeaudry.ca. right? viacommunication.com as well. I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, pretty easy to find.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, you're welcome.